good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be right now watching Gardening with Creekside. We so appreciate all of you watching right now. We so appreciate everyone that came out this past weekend, and we set an absolute company record for sales. Stuff is flying out of here. Everyone is super excited for spring, super excited for color, super excited for planting and redoing front of homes. We are all excited to help you here. Me, myself, Jenny, Cece, Andrew, I mean the whole crew, Mary Claire, Alyssa, everyone is here and ready, excited to help our customers here. We had the biggest. This past Saturday it was a blowout Saturday. I mean, it was like a zoo down here is what Andrew said, So it is go time here in North Carolina. It is go time in South Carolina. It is go time in parts of Tennessee. It's go time in parts of Virginia. You are all close to us and you're coming to us and seeing us, and we're so excited to see everyone that is coming. I had a wonderful couple this past weekend. They spent Friday and Saturday here from Ohio. I mean, we sold, they picked up a bunch of sprinter boxwoods. That's why I have a massive hole down there in sprinter boxwoods. We're going to go down there in a minute and we're going to talk about shrubs. We're going to talk about redoing the front of your house with color and using shrubs, not just color. I'm a big color fella. I love the annuals, and it is go time for all the annuals and all the planters and all those good things. So this Saturday is just we are past our last frost date, our average last frost date here in North Carolina. We're coming into it, so you need to grab as much as we're going. We're selling out of stuff, especially certain very popular, like for instance, this hanging basket that is behind me. This is Jazzberry. It's the annual of the year, and all the grandes are sold out. But I have a lot of baskets, and you can go back and maybe we can tag the video. I don't know. Maybe Megan can go in there and do her little magic in the video and add a little clip here to show you how to use this hanging basket in a landscape. I mean, right now, I could take this basket and run over here in between my shrub area. I say that's Kaleidoscopobilia over there. And when you've seen us do this before, there's videos on this. We usually use bubble gum over here. Jazzberry would be really cool. And we just put it in the landscape, and just look how full that makes it so fast. That's for all my gardeners that want instant impact. We have this ready to go for you. And it's in a hanging basket in case you want to hang it too. But it could come out of here and can go right in your landscape as an instant impact. We grow a lot of baskets just for that purpose. To have a good number for folks that just want to grab it, out of here. Because there's 3 plugs in here. It'll be like taking 3 grandes and putting them in here, and we've already grown it out for you, and it is ready to go. This is going to make a really bold statement in your garden, and it's just and we get this all the time. I had it Friday, Saturday, all week really. Do we have to deadhead our petunias? Do we need to deadhead these? No, these are proven winners. This is super petunia. This is not the old petunia from a seed. This is super petunia from proven winners. It has so much energy in the plant. It just self deadheads itself. Now, if you're one of those folks that just likes to spend a little time coming through here and finding one that looks like this, and just go ahead and plug it off. You can do that, if you have the time, but you don't have to. That's where if you're feeding this plant and giving it all of the food that it needs, it has the energy and the genetics, per se, to just self-deadhead. And you don't have to do anything other than just fertilize it with the liquid feed. We recommend once a week. You could throw some slow release in here if you want to. but we would recommend once a week on the liquid feed. So anyway, a lot of things. We have not restocked down here. I mean, you look over here, you can see everybody's excited about land and sea. They know they need to get the compost in on their top of their soils or mixed in with a big annual or a perennial planting. I mean, they're buying up the compost. They're buying the #1 potting soil on the market, Proven Winners. And I'm not just saying it because it's Proven Winners. Don't knock me. It's Proven Winners. It's proven to be successful. It is just as close to what we grow here. It has a slow release fertilizer already built into it, so it's going to give you instant fertilizer right out of the gate. And then all you have to do is just keep feeding that with the liquid feed. We've sold so much liquid feed and slow release already over there on the shelf, it's gone. Now we have 15 cases of each delivered this week on the truck from Pleasant View. My friends at Pleasant View are going to take care of us. So we've got some more annuals coming from Pleasant View. We have jazzberry up there in production right now, ready to pot up. We just haven't had time to get that done, you know. So, you know, we'll have more. It's just that right now, everybody's been really super excited about getting everything. Now, I don't know why this tree is still here. I want this gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Somebody's going to show up and buy this tree. I've talked to my friend Amber. I thought she was going to buy it. She was like, wow. And she says she loves Japanese maple trees, and it's still sitting here. This thing is gorgeous, drop dead gorgeous. I mean, it is not, this is a $500 tree. We're selling it for $295. I know I sound like some sort of used car salesman when I say that, but I'm just telling you, this is look, I'm almost 6 foot tall. Look at that. Beautiful. Crimson Queen, this nice drape, puts on this really dark red foliage right now. You should see this thing in the fall. I mean, it is, I don't know how to really describe it. Really glowy orange, bright orange colors. I mean, it would just light up your landscape in the fall. So it gives you, you know, spring, and then it gets darker as the summer comes around, and then gives you all those orange and bright colors like the fall. In the fall, you could plant this in your landscape if you have room, and you could underplant it with, you know, Mini Vista White. You know, you could underplant it with lantanas, yellow lantana. You know, we have a lot of lantana inside the greenhouse. So anyway, but lots of hanging baskets. We have lots of hanging baskets we're bringing down. So just as a note, when you come, super bells are in baskets too. Those only go in containers because they need to drain. So particularly here, our clay soils will hold too much water and not allow the root system to drain. Supertunia, Vista, Jazzberry, Bubblegum, Snowdrift, all the mini Vistas, they can go straight into the landscape and give you color all the way to frost. So we can take a look just to see, like, look at here, whole section gone. Because this clematis right here, Jenny talked about this last week in the nursery tour. This is Bee's Jubilee clematis. I mean, it's gorgeous, striped, purple and pink, I would say, colors. You know, folks, grab this. I think we have at least 3 of these left, maybe. I don't know if they've been stashed in other locations. You know, Cece likes to kind of lay them out in different locations to give folks different areas to look at things. We've sold a lot of, this is new from Proven Winners this year, the juiced orange. And now this is zones 7B to 10. Now we're hitting everybody here, 7B to 10. All of you down in the hot zones, please show me something. Show me something hot. Here it is, juiced orange. What was that, jasmine? Jasmine? Yeah, look at that. 6 hours of sun or part sun, 4 to 6 hours. USDA 7B to 10. So 4 feet to 5 feet tall, 3 to 4 feet wide. the beautiful tubular. They've hit it up really good. Folks have really been grabbing on this one because this whole table here was full of juiced orange.
Hummingbirds love it.
Yeah, the hummingbirds, Jenny says the hummingbirds absolutely love this thing. So I think that's probably one of the main reasons they're grabbing it, along with vermillionaire. So you can see all of the coleus we have, all the lantanas, you know, diamond frost, diamond snow. For some reason, this one's still here. This is plum dandy. We planted this at the entrance beds before last year as a nice border. We've seen this if you look back at videos with Jenny at Pleasant View Gardens on the tour back probably a year or two ago. And their gardens, they plant a lot of plum dandy as a border. It's gorgeous. It'll be there. It'll be there all the way to frost. Doing a good job, you know. Bermuda Beach baskets. Bermuda Beach improved. All you have to do, ask one of us to grab one of these down for you. If you can't reach it, we'll help you out. Yeah, these were out front. There was a bunch of them out front, all gone. We have more at production. This one here is a nice habit. I've done really nothing to this. No PGR, no fancy little horticultural tricks on this. It's proven winners. It's doing really well. You know, it's super nice color, nice and branched out, nice full. It's, you know, it's deadheading itself. You know, I'm just kind of helping it out here a little bit, but it's going to self-deadhead, you know. So we have that dripper there ready to feed it, automatic. So I want to make sure it goes back on so it gets its fertilizer and water tomorrow morning. But anyway, back to vermillionaire. Well, this is just a section here. You can see how we had vermillionaire down here. It's all gone, so we refilled up top. We're going to bring more down from production, but everybody, this is probably 4 years of us talking about this plant because the hummingbirds tear it up. You know, you could put 1 or 2 in a 10 to 12 inch container and it's going to fill it up real quick. Nice landscape plant. It can be perennial down to 8B. You know, speaking of perennial, this is Carly Petite Pink. I mean, please come grab some Gora. Beautiful, beautiful. It's perennial to zone 6A, 10B. I mean, so it's going to reliably come back for everyone in those sections. Here's another one, Artist Blue, we're missing out on. You know, Jenny planted this around the fountain last year, and it was there looking blue just like this all the way to frost. Little to no irrigation. Why is it still here? I really don't know why. So anyway, perennial coffee cup, love that, nice. It looks small now, but once you get it in the ground, it's going to get warm here towards the end of April and May, and it's going to get big, and then it will come back. It is reliably a perennial here in zone 8A, 7B, whatever you want to call us. We're rocking through all the rocking salvias. They're doing great. We still have some pink, Super Bean and pink cashmere. So we have a few of these left. We are growing some more. We potted up, so we'll have them a little bit later in the season. For those of you that are traveling through, they'll be here. We've been fortunate. We just hadn't had time to get them all potted up. Otherwise, they'd probably be ready. But Jerry and the crew, we've been busy with everything else and have not had time to get those done. Cleomes is underutilized in the garden. Videos on this in the berm last year at the bottom of the berm. Just gorgeous color, loves the heat. It's going to be one that hangs out with you to the end really well without much care, just reblooming. You can trim on this too. I think there were some comments, but Jenny had planted these in the patio beds, and it said hers got so big it took over plants. We plan to kind of trim on it a little bit, because the more you trim on them, you know, the better the plant becomes. So you grab a plant, you get a plant from, you know, any kind of store, retail store, online store, shipping store, you know, someone that's shipping to you, and you know, this thing is like bent like this, you know, something like that, because it's been in the box for 2 or 3 days, you can just pinch it off. You know, pinch it off. It'll just branch out, and it's just going to grow more branches and more flowers on this plant. Actually will make it thicker and a stronger plant overall. I mean, that's just gardener's advice, you know. So Mini Vista Indigo is looking really well. We've got tons of it, not just here, but also up at production. Back on the salvias, everybody's after all the rockin' deep purple, fuchsia, unplugged pink. What's that? The Play in the Blues. We have tons of it this year, so we never can keep it. So those would do excellent in containers. If you wanted to plant a container to have that thriller, and you could add that salvia to it, or any of the rockin' salvias, Play in the Blues, underplant it with verbenas like pink cashmere or super bells, because super bells are best used in the pot, like I mentioned earlier. So that would be a great pairing with the salvias. Proven Winners has the Sun Incredible series of sunflowers that's staring at us right now. It's the re-blooming sunflower, so it's always blooming. It's not just a one-time deal, you know, all the time blooming. This is the bi-color one, you know, Sun Incredible Saturn. So you see all those blooms ready to go. Super excited. Yes, it is. It's ready to bloom. Now this, I'm really happy. This whole section over here was full of Scaevola. This is Whirlwind Blue. Very heat tolerant plant. It will take all of our summertime heats. It's going to spread out. It also makes a nice hanging basket. It also makes a nice thriller in your hanging baskets and in your pots. It will take all of that heat. It does not mean it doesn't need water. It still needs water. They like water, okay? But it will take all the summertime heat, you know, where like here, usually if you don't get your petunias in early, like what we've been doing lately, you know, so they can get deep root systems, sometimes petunias can peter out in the summer, where this is still going to be rocking, you know, even though it needs a little bit of extra water. Okay, so I think, you know, we're keeping it full. We have plants everywhere. We'll just keep pulling down as much as we can. We're flying through the chick charms and all those things are looking great. But let's go down to the shrub lot, because I want to make sure that you grab some really nice color that we can build out your fronts. Okay, so this is a really good time here in zone 7B or 8A to get your landscaping done. So, you know, as always, we do offer those landscape installs, designs. You know, give us a call. Now's the time, this go time on that. So you need to get on the book so we can get you done before July hits, when it gets really hot. Look at that, hibiscus is coming up. And that means it's warming up here fast. You know, yes, look at that. So on our way down to the shrub lot, I just couldn't help to see a Mini Vista white. Look at that. Instant pop. Throw it in a container, hang it on your porch, take it out of the container, put it in the landscape in front of some boxwoods, dark green. Class. Very nice, very nice. We love it. So Saturday I had two ladies that showed up, and they instantly wanted the whole front done. And we set this front shrub lot up with all these contrasting colors. You've heard me talk about this before, is using shrubs to use for the color without using annual color. Maybe you don't want annuals, maybe you don't want perennials, you just want something that's going to be evergreen, be there in front of your house, you know, looking nice, you know, all the way through, you know, through the winter even. So we kind of set these up with swing low Distilleum, you know, the Fire Chief, Sprinter Boxwood, you know, Cerise Charm Loropetalum. Cerise Charm Loropetalum is really cool, is that in fact that it holds on its purple color better than most, you know, paired well with Sunshine Ligustrum. Purples and yellows look really well together. We did with the landscape Saturday morning, we actually used swing low. So alternative is a Distilleum, alternative to boxwood. We placed this in the back. They had a very nice stone wall built, you know, fascia on their foundation, and it was relatively tall. So we used the yellow like this to go against it. It was kind of like a gray color. And then we put the green in front of it. This thing is going to swing out, swing low by its name. It's not going to get tall, but reliably, this is probably one of my absolute favorite Distilleums on the market. This one's, you know, super nice from First Editions. You know, right beside it's Sunshine Ligustrum from Southern Living. I mean, it's, we need to, I don't think we removed some that we had, but we don't have any in our landscape. So I think we're thinking about doing a plan together to add this color into our landscape at the house. But it's, this guy, just some tips. It's not like most Ligustrums, like the green ones, you know, the privets, the regular privets, where they just love water and they don't mind. This one here, it needs to drain. So you want to make sure if you're here that we're amending the soil with the pine bark fines, and then giving it regular fertilizer, and it doesn't mind to be pruned. It says it will go to 6 feet tall. I don't like that. Let's keep it at 3 to 4 foot. Let's give it a trim every year and keep it a nice tight. We just have kept this one really nice and tight and full and thick, and that's why they look so pretty right now. Okay, so Double Play Dolly is competing against candy corn. So I might say it might be losing because it's still here. I don't know, but it's really doing well. So you can see the two of those together. It's bright, but it depends on what you're looking for in your landscape. If you want the brightness of candy corn and the pink, or you want something toned down. There was a lady here a couple of weeks ago, and the way we were laying it out, she really liked the toned down look of Double Play Dolly, and it reliably comes back really strong. It's been up, we've had no frost burn, looks really good. You can, as a note on spireas, Double Play Dolly or candy corn, is after it flowers, give it a prune, a light prune, it's okay. You know, and then it's going to reflower for you, okay? And then you're going to get new foliage, more colors. That's the neat thing about spirea. Don't be scared of it because it drops its leaves, okay? This right here is, this whole section was full of the Perfecto Mundos, and they're rolling out of here because it is probably the #1 reblooming azalea doing really well for us, you know. So also what's reblooming is this lilac. Now to get this lilac to rebloom, we need to once again trim on it to redo. This is Bloomerang Pink, Jenny Purpink. Yes, Bloomerang Purpink, as I'm being slightly corrected. You know, so anyway, this is Purpink, and then the dark purple one. So I think all the purple are gone. Purpink is left. We just had a little bit more of the Purpink. All right, so Temple of Bloom, 7 sunflower. You know, you can see the potential colors that you're going to get on this. Bush form, or you can train it to be a tree. So you'd have to start to trim it. It's coming up on this one. You get a nice stalk that is coming up stem. And if you look down in here, you just start, you know, pruning this out right in here. And you can make it more tree form like. I would just get rid of all that. And then it will start to branch out from here as it goes up. Everybody wants to get rid of their neighbor, but they love their neighbor. Everybody wants to get rid of them, right? This is a great one. The North Pole arborvitaes, right there. Evergreen, only 5 feet wide or so. Here, probably 8 to 10 feet tall. You can make a nice screen if you have a hot tub or a pool or a nice patio and you have a neighbor next door, and it's all about you just trying to create that area of privacy. You know, you might love your neighbor to death and love talking to them, but we just don't want to see their backyard. This is a great one to create that in a backyard that's tight, because you know, something like Thuja Green Giant is going to get 15 to 20 feet wide. It will create privacy, but it will also take the rest of your yard. So where this guy won't do that. Yep, okay, so if you need a screen, come get the North Poles. If you need bright colors and want to do contrasting colors, you're looking at, you know, Cerise Loropetalum, oh my gosh, the Arborvitae, Sunshine Ligustrum, Double Play Dolly, Swing Low, Distillium. Pops of color would be something like azaleas, the lilacs, roses, and we have all the beautiful roses. They've been picking through them, so we're grabbing some of them. They're absolutely beautiful right now, so it won't be long. This is a great time to get these home and get them in the ground to provide some summertime color for you and something for you to prune on and take inside the house. Look at this. Look at these buds. Look at that. Little flower buds all over those things. You know, I don't even know which one this is. Yeah, it is reminiscent coral. Okay, so bush-like. Okay, bush-like. You could plant it as a bush, or you could put it on a trellis if you wanted to. Weigelia. So we got Vino Verde. Nice. Probably one of the only few Weigelia, whichever you want to call it. It's variegated, purplish, black, green color, and then I think it's white flowers. Yeah. So you can see these are blooming already over here. Yeah, this is wine and spirits. It's an early bloomer, obviously. And then this is one to add in if you have dark foliage. This is Midnight Wine Shine. Look at that. We haven't pruned these. We missed the window during the winter to prune them, so that's why it's a little. Otherwise, we would have come in here and cut this. But that's yeah. This is where we want to wait it blooms, so that way you can enjoy your flowers. And then after it's done, cut it in the summer, kind of round it out, and then you'll have a beautiful prune. Look at this one.
Yeah, this one's getting ready to bloom.
Look at that. Yeah, super nice. Midnight Wine Shine Dwarf Weigelia. Now remember, it's dwarf if you keep it pruned. It's going to have pinkish, reddish pink, dark pink blooms on it. If you look at the videos in the patio area, we have the Fire Glow maple in the back. Jenny and I have been sitting on the porch, the back patio porch, you know, every night, absolutely enjoying it past the pineapple water fountain from Unique Stone, and you can see the Fire Glow. And hers is, I mean, it's probably out to here now, planted a year or two ago. And you just, I mean, this is a good one to add if you don't want something really large, where like Crimson Queen that I showed you earlier in the video, now, you know, it can drape on out there 10 feet wide or so.
Loves the full sun.
Yeah, so this one here loves the full sun and just kind of keeps on going up, and it is not going to take up your yard, and you can put it in a nice place like what we did. You can see it back there. It's this, and that lilac is sitting back behind it back here, like the purple is glowing at you, and in the front is the unique stone fountain. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful look, and all behind it are the green tea olives that gives it the background. So that's a good way to highlight your stuff out. So I don't know, we're busy planting. It's a big week of planting here at Creekside, big day of planting at the gardens. We're going to be knocking out stuff at the signature garden, knocking things out at the house. So folks, it's go time. Come get your annuals while they last. They are flying off the shelf. We're trying to grow as much as we can for you. We appreciate every single one of you, and we look forward to seeing you out here 9 to 3, Wednesday through Saturday. And we just look forward to seeing you. Thank you.